to the second video of our home workouts. I'm going to show you all the workouts that are all the exercises that you need to know. Every exercise has, I think, 5 variations. So I'm going to try and timestamp all these variations so you don't have to, if you're looking for a specific exercise, you don't have to watch the whole video to find where those exercises are. You can just click through them and see which exercise you straight away want to go to, right? So, without any further ado, we're going to go into the first exercise, which was the squats, right? And variation number 1 of the squat is a wall sit. So, a wall sit, how does it look like? You always want to start somewhere where you feel comfortable, right? Especially if you're just beginning. So, you're going to go with your back against the wall, and you're going to come down, yeah? If you feel comfortable being here, start here, and slowly while trying to progress until you can go into like 90 degrees. So your knees and your hips are at 90 degrees, and you try to stay there for about 60 seconds or as long as you can, right? But that's a way of building up if you can't do a proper squat yet, yeah? So that's a good way to start. Then variation number 2 is a partial squat, yeah? Again, if you want to come or progress from the wall sit, you want to maybe start with a partial squat, and I always have something behind me. Like you want to try and sit onto something. So in a partial squat, you have your feet more or less shoulder width apart. I like to have my toes out a little bit, and my knees are going to follow my toes, and I'm going to sit backwards. I'll show you from a different angle later, and then I'm going to come down. Yeah, and I'm going to go down as far as I feel comfortable. If this is just here, it's just here. You're going to start here. You're going to try and get your tempo. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1. Yeah, and then trying to, the more comfortable you get, the deeper you're going to go. Yeah, always try to go. If you're just starting out, have something behind you, right? So now I see it from a different angle. I have my back straight. I'm going to bring my hips back and I'm going to sit down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Up. Right? Because if you're doing partial squats and you feel like you're losing balance, you can just sit down. Right? And that's why safety is the main thing, right? So after you get better, you want to progress towards a normal full squat, right? So the same thing, you're going to do exactly the same thing, but just you're going to adjust your depth and you're going to go deeper, as deep as you can, and come up, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. If you can go deeper, perfect, but you want to go as deep as you can with a straight back, yeah? So for me, this is as deep as I can go. If you can go deeper with a straight back, perfect. But do not sacrifice rounding your back just to get more range of motion, yeah? Good. So the next one is, so the progression from the normal squat is when you elevate your heels. So it's going to look a little bit more like this. So you're going to step onto something that's actually elevating your heels. Could be whatever you can have in the house. I have my back up straight. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. Yeah? So that's the number 4, variation number 4, the heels elevated. When you get good at this and this all becomes too easy, then we're going to actually do what's called a sissy squat. You're going to lean backwards as far as you can, yeah? And then you're going to bring your hips back down, sit down, bring your hips back forward, and then stand up all the way. Yeah? This is a pretty hard variation and really hard on your flexibility. And now I don't have a lot of flexibility in my hips, so for me this is really hard to do. So I'm going to go show you again. I'm going to lean back as far as I can. My hip goes back down. My hips go back forward, other thing I wanted to show is when you get more advanced and you want to change your tempo and you want to go more explosive on the way up, is what you want to do is you want to start with your normal squat. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. You see, I went way quicker on the way up. And I go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. Yeah? Instead of just going up like this, I'm going up like this as quickly as I can, right? So that's where, again, a more advanced step you can take. Okay, the plank. The plank is the second exercise we're going to do, and I'll give you a little bit of an intro into how I think people should tighten up their abs, right? So a good way to see if your abs actually get tight is to relax your stomach. You push your finger in the side, and then you want to think about tightening up your stomach, but I like to teach people to cough. You know where you cough like every time you're gonna see my finger is moving out here. So I'm going, it's out. When you feel that tightness, you try to hold that. So you're gonna try to hold that tightness, and then we're gonna go into the plank, right? So the first variation is gonna be on our knees and hands. So I wanna have my shoulders over my hands. Here, I'm gonna tighten up and hold for as long as I can, yeah? I don't wanna have my butt up in the air here, or my hips down into the mat like this. No, I wanna be straight, I wanna be tight. So when this becomes easy, we're gonna go to the next variation, which is on the elbows. So on the position of my back doesn't really change, right? Only the angle. So I'm going to be here, tight, everything is tight, and hold it. If this becomes easy for a minute, then we're going to progress into going on our feet and hands. Yeah. So here, tighten up. Again, my shoulders are over my hands, my abs are tight, my lats are tight, everything is tight. My butt's not up in the air like this, or down here like this. It's tight, it's straight, yeah? From here, if this becomes easy, we're gonna go into a plank from feet and elbows. Again, my shoulders are in line with my elbows now. My abs are still tight. My hips are not down here or up here. They're straight. If you want to get the hardest variation, you want to lift one leg up and keep your back straight. Yeah? Don't lift your leg up and then move your whole body. The goal is to keep your core tight and lift it up. So that's the plank. Exercise number 3, the lunge. Right? We're gonna again have 5 variations. Variation number 1 is what we call like a short step lunge, right? So you're gonna step like like a small step. You're gonna take a small step and you're gonna lunge as far as you feel comfortable, right? Especially if you're just starting, you just want to say like, oh, this is your way you feel comfortable. You go down here and slowly but surely you're gonna try and increase that range of motion, especially for the people that have knee problems. Trying to make sure that your knee is gonna track your foot. Yeah. So if you go here, perfect. If that's all you can do, this is all you're gonna do, right? Always try to start somewhere and then progress from there. So when number 1 is then the partial with the short step. Then we're gonna go with a bigger step and also go partial range. So we have now a bigger range of motion or bigger, wider, longer stance. And our knee is going to come forward. And again, we're going to do this where we feel safe. If it's just here, you stay there. Yeah? The more comfortable you get it, the more comfortable you get in your knee, the stronger you get, the more confidence you get, and then you're going to increase your range of motion slowly but surely, right? You can always have something, a wall or a table, whatever, to make sure that you feel more stable, right? So again, I'll show you again. Here you're going to start into doing a full lunge, slowly but surely. Yeah. So number 2 is the partial lunge, or partial full lunge. Then we go into our full lunge, number 3. So then all this looks in the tempo. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Yeah. So you can see if you look from the side, I take a step. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Right? So you see my knees almost touching the floor. I'm resting there, and then I come up. Right? And that's how you want your tempo to look and how your range of motion to be. If this becomes too easy, what you're going to do, you're going to have some type of elevation. The first step of your house, or whatever you can make to get a little bit of elevation. So what you're going to do, you're going to stand hip width in front of the box, step onto it, and now I'm going to bring my hips forward again, and now down. So you can see now my knee, the floor was the limiting factor of how deep I could go. Now my knee is not the limiting factor anymore, it's my hip. Yeah, you can see it from here. So again, I go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. And again, that's the next progression. If this becomes too easy, we're going to have what's called, as last option, we're going to have our rear foot elevated. Yeah, so I'm going to have my rear foot elevated, and again I'm going to sink down as far as, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. Yeah, do whatever exercise you still feel comfortable with and build from there. Don't go for the hardest variation straight away and then see like, oh, this is way too hard. Start with something you can do and then go from there. Okay, exercise number 4, the side plank. Right? If you want to start off doing a side plank, you can always choose an incline, right, to start. And this is a bench, could be a table, could be something higher, right? You want to, again, tighten up your abs here, like you're gonna cough, right? You go tighten up, and you want to be straight again. So my body is straight here, abs are tight, and hold this for as long as you can. If you can go easy over a minute, then progress to the second variation, which is going to be on my hand and on my knee. So I'm going to be here, my knees are going to be on top of each other, my hips are going to be, my abs are going to be tight again, my hips are going to be backwards, and I'm going to drive my hips forward, and I keep my abs tight. So again, here's the side plank. I want to be able to feel this turn on. If I push in here, my abs should be activated here. If they're not, you're decreased to the previous variation. So if this becomes easy, you can do this for a minute. Same thing goes, but then from the elbow. From here, you're gonna have abs tight again, chest up, hips come forward. You see straight away I'm in a straight line. If I'm here, I don't want my back to be like this. You see, now my back is here, it's bent, it's compromised. Here, I still want to have my abs tight a little bit, and then bring my hips forward. And start there. If this becomes too easy, we're going to start with straightening our legs. I'm having my legs in front of each other, my feet, sorry. My feet in front of each other, I have my chest up, abs are tight, hips forward again. Here. I'm going to hold for as long as I can. If I can do this for a minute, easy, perfect. I'm going to go down towards my elbow again. So I go here, abs tight, hips forward. I go down, hips forward. Yeah? If you can hold this for a minute, perfect. You're doing good. Yeah? If you can hold it for longer than a minute, Just keep holding it longer, or as long as you can, right? To keep pushing yourself that way. The snow angel, exercise number 5. We want to make sure that you're gonna be able to retract your shoulders. So bring your shoulder blades together here and bring your arms up as high as you can, then bring them down. The tempo for this one is 4 up, 4 down. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and back down again 4. So the whole time I want to be able, or want to imagine, someone has their finger in the middle of my spine, and I'm pinching my finger blades or my shoulder blades as tight as I can towards that finger. So I'm going to be tight here and then move my arms, yeah. Next variation, you're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to do it like we're doing a bend over row. So we're going to bend from our hips, and now shoulder blades back and go up and down. Again, 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. If you can do this easily for over 10 repetitions, we go to the next one, which is going to be, you're going to be face down here, and then you're going to lift your arms up to the side. Yeah? So we're going to be here, your pinky's going to be up, and you're going to lift your arms up slowly, and just lift your arms up here. Here you can do a little bit more repetitions, but it's going to get you ready for a full snow angel here. When this becomes easy, you're going to bring your hands up, and your thumbs are going to be up, and you're going to try and lift them up from the floor. So again, here, up, 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 up. Good. If this becomes easy, we're going to go for the full snow angel. So you're going to start here. You're going to have, again, your shoulder blades pinched together, and then bring your arms up and forward. Again, 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And that is the snow angel. Final exercise, the push-up. And this is where I see especially a lot of women struggle, as it's, requires some upper body strength. And what I don't want people to do is sacrifice range of motion to get more repetitions, right? So I would rather have someone do full push-ups against the wall, or what we're going to do as the first time, an inclined push-up, right? And then slowly let them progress down to something lower, and then they'll eventually go to their knees, and then further into the progressions. But always try to train with as big a range of motion as you can, yeah? So an incline, a push-up from an incline is going to look like this. This is a bench. An incline can be higher, especially when you're just starting off. Could be a bit higher, but it's how it's going to look like. You're going to put your hands on the incline. You're going to have your shoulders more or less over your hands. You're going to be tight, and you're going to go down, up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, right? So what I don't want to see is people do this, right? They go 1, 2, 3, up. You see how little my arms move? Almost nothing, right? So those are the things that you're trying to, or trying not to do, right? So if this becomes easy, say that you start at the wall, you go down, 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 and then you feel comfortable that you can do a good push-up from your knees, you're going to go to the second variation, which will be the push-up from the knees. So again, I'm going to set up. My shoulder is going to be over my hands here. I'm going to be core tight, and then I'm going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, up. Right? If this becomes easier, then we're going to go into a variation where you're going to go down on your feet. So you're going to start 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go on your knees, push up, on your feet again. 1, 2, 3, 4. On your knees, push up. Yeah? So you make the weight down, heavier, and then you're going to push up from your knees. That's the next the next progression, right? If this becomes easy, we're going to go to full push-ups, right? So the full push-ups, it's going to be same setup. You're going to be on your toes, hands are going to be, your shoulders are going to be over your hands. You're going to be straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, up. Right? So, if this last variation is easy, you just keep going after 10 reps and keep doing as many reps as you can. So, M-rep as they call it. But this is all the exercises. Hope you enjoy it. Give me some feedback, and then I'll talk to you soon.